ever since that's how old was that show? Like, fucking, I was young. I was young, and that was a good show. I loved it. I've always loved him. So, and he's just fucking too good. I'm not a big Deadpool fan, but it wasn't bad.
I think Deadpool's fantastic. I loved it.
I just thought it was way overhyped for me. So by the time I saw it, I was just like, wait a minute. Like, I only came once. This isn't good, as everybody says. Oh, you're right. The Hitman's Bodyguard. That's actually
right.
what it's called. And you know what? That's exactly what I would have called it. Because that's totally, if you haven't seen it, that's what it's about.
That perfect title.
It's a bodyguard. He protects a hitman. Because he has to go, like, testify.
Yes.
It's a shitty movie. Go ahead. Let's talk about something else now. Because I'm just babbling like a fucking moron for the last half an hour.
Before we get to trying to think, because it's getting late, I got to go to bed. There is one thing I want to talk about because I just find it's just fucking hilariously stupid.
Oh yeah, shit! It's Sunday. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I forgot you are not a pirate.
No, the president of Ecuador, Lenin Moreno, we'll call him. Apparently, in a speech he gave to investors on Friday, he said that men were under threat of being denounced for harassment and added, at times with harassment, they torment ugly people. Quote, it gets better. Quote, that is to say that the harassment is when it comes from an ugly person. But if the person looks good, according to the standards, they tend not to think necessarily that it is harassment. So he literally said that only ugly women are the ones complaining of harassment. Totally, of course, everybody is freaked out, lost their minds on him. His apology is epic. Are you ready for this?
So he said attractive women don't get harassed.
No, attractive women don't see it as harassment. Don't think of it as harassment. Good-looking women don't complain.
Well, that's because they don't get called ugly. Ugly people complain because people tell them they're ugly all the time. That's just fucking scientific. That makes sense. Good-looking people, you don't tell them they're ugly, so they don't complain. They go, I don't know what they're talking about. He never called me ugly. Well, that's because you're fucking pretty, you weirdo, of course.
He's talking specifically about sexual harassment.
Well, yeah.
That's what it's specifically about. Being called ugly isn't sexual harassment. That's just harassment and bullying. It says only ugly women complain about being sexually harassed.
I cannot identify with the ugly in any way, so I have no frame of reference. I'm sorry. Unattractive people, call me, send me an email, let me know. I'm sure it's difficult. I don't know what it's like. But I empathize.
His apology is amazing. And I quote, in my comment about harassment, I did not intend to minimize such a grave topic as violence or abuses. I apologize if it was understood that way.
Nice. No, that could be just a weird translation. I don't want to jump to... That could be a weird translation for like the article. I don't want to jump... If that's what he actually said, that's fucking balls.
You fucking moron. So there's that. Yeah.
I apologize if you understood it that way.
I'm sorry if you took offense to that offensive statement I said.
I did not say an offensive thing.
If you don't like what I said, if you don't like what I said, clearly that means you're ugly.
If you don't like what I'm sorry, ugly people. I didn't know you were also stupid because that's not what I said. Attaboy. Oh, didn't we chart in Ecuador? Oh, no, that was El Salvador. Damn it.
Salvador, yeah, close.
People in Ecuador, send me an email. toddcochran@gmail.com. Tell me what it feels like to be ugly and what it's like to have an awesome president. That was the president? Prime Minister? Who is he?
He's the president.
The president of Ecuador. Ecuador is right in that area of I don't give a fuck. Like, nothing. Like, when do you ever hear about Ecuador? It's just like, it's just like Equator said funny.
Yeah.
I don't like
I
nothing.
always thought it was on the equator, but apparently not.
Oh, is it not? I thought that was the whole deal with it. I don't nothing.
I don't know.
I know virtually nothing about, like, my geography is fucking terrible. But it's one of those countries. There's like 85 million countries that you think are all Brazil. Like, South America has 700 countries that I don't know. I know Brazil and Argentina and Peru. I don't know the other 697. There's not 700. Just for a guy who says I don't know what I'm talking about, I know there's not 700 countries in South America. Some of the things I say on the show are exaggerations for comedic value. Some.
Some things. Not all of it, but some.
Speaking of comedic value, check out...
Ecuador is right on the equator, so there you go. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I would assume. It's got to be like...
Southern...
Some things
the northern tip of South America.
Yes, so it's like around like Panama and all that shit. It's all in the same area, and I don't care. None of it matters.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's countries out there that don't matter, and I don't know what you do, Ecuador, but I'm sorry you're ugly.
Yeah, it's right below Colombia, and between Colombia and Peru.
Oh shit, that's like the one area I just said I know.
Yep.
That's funny. I'm like, I don't know anything except for Colombia and Peru. No idea where Ecuador is. Right in the middle of it, too. Of course it fucking is.
Right between.
What? I gotta see a picture of this guy. I bet you he's just fucking ugly as shit, too. And he's probably little and weird.
Yeah, I just closed the picture down now.
A little fucking thalidomide baby. Fucking Kim Jong-un, but with flippers and one eye. He's like, yeah, you people are ugly. Dictators are always like that.
Well, that's why they're assholes.
I don't know if he's a dictator, but I assume he's not a nice man if he's out just calling out ugly people. What is going on in the world? Like, that's a fucking Trump speech, man. Don't be like Trump, world leaders. Don't do that. Be like, all right, ugly people. It's not harassment to the pretty people. Yeah, fuck, that's Chip Wilson today. Fat women shouldn't wear Lululemon. He didn't say that. He said some women, but you know who he's talking about.
Yeah.
Fucking, like, you can't just become the head of something and turn into fucking Ryan Reynolds. You gotta, like, it's too many people do that. Like, leaders, you become the leader of something and you just become a piece of shit. Stop it. Guys, like, fuck. I say that women are way offside with the Me Too movement, and they're going to, but guys, use your fucking heads. No wonder. Stop pissing them off all the time with stupid shit. And this goes to all you genderless people. Whatever your significant other is, don't be stupid. Use your head when you're dealing with people. Be respectful. Be nice. Implement the easiest thing in the world. And the two sexes and the rest of you people can do this to, like, whoever you interact with. That's the greatest thing, and that's why Gord and I call it the easiest thing in the world. Doesn't matter what your pronoun is. Doesn't even factor into it. You just be nice to everyone. It's that simple. You meet someone on the street and you have to have an interaction with them. You just do that politely and go about your day. And the pronoun thing doesn't ever come up. I guarantee, I promise you, never is it raised. You just do your thing and go on your way. And do that to everyone you meet in your day. It's literally the easiest thing in the world. And then these situations probably wouldn't arise. And we would stop these ridiculous accusations. And we could, guys could go back to being guys, and girls could go back to being girls, and we don't have to be fucking walking on eggshells around each other because we're so goddamn scared. And then all the other people who don't identify as guys or girls, you can just do whatever the fuck you want, and we'll just not pretend that it fucking matters. We got to start treating each other with a basic level of respect again. It is horrendous the way we just deal with each other on a regular basis. And I know I sit behind a microphone and I say some shitty things because I think people are stupid. But I wouldn't have to if you weren't so fucking stupid all the time. Not all of you, just a lot of people are stupid. And if you stopped being stupid, then these Me Too things wouldn't have to happen. And these grand, it wouldn't take some grand movement every time. We wouldn't have these bullshit situations. Just start being nice to everybody on a basic human level. Don't be like Trump. Don't let Trump be an example of how we're supposed to treat each other. I don't care if he does a few good things during his shitty fucking time as a goddamn bullshit president. Yeah, he's done a few good things. You'd have to. In 4 years of sitting around fucking playing golf, trying to run a goddamn country into the ground, and all the countries around it. Yeah, you're going to do something right. Sign a bill that Obama left behind. Oh, what's this under the desk? I don't know. Fucking sign it. It looks good. Oh, Trump passed this bill. It's amazing. This guy's a moron. Don't be like him. Don't talk like him. How did you vote for him? Fuck. During the election, he's talking this shit. Punch him in the pussy and fucking grab their pussy and fucking... This is the guy you vote for? And then you wonder why your kids are growing up fucked up and half of them are raping the other half and the other half are accusing them of shit they're not doing because they brushed up against them on a bus stop? No wonder we're fucked.
Yep.
That's one thing I'll give Trudeau. At least he's a little more not fucked in that way. He's just a stupid rich kid who shouldn't be running a country, but he's giving $50 million to MasterCard because he remembers them from when he got his first one when he was 3.
Oh, man.
God damn it. Gord's tired. I can always tell when Gord lets me go off on these tangents, it's because he's too tired to talk. So we should... let Gord go. These live episodes, we're pushing 2 hours every goddamn time. I love it.
It's a lot of fun.
It is. It is a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. And listeners, we will be live all this week. And who knows, if it keeps going well, we'll go beyond that. I thought it would be weird because we can't guarantee a time, but with all the engagement we're getting, it really doesn't matter.
No, not necessarily. Hey, did you see that China finished out that fucking hospital for the coronavirus?
I did.
It took them 10 days to build have you seen the size of it?
Yes. And it makes me think that if you can build a fucking hospital in 10 days, why do you take 10 years to fucking build a hospital?
Yeah.
Because it can be
Makes you wonder what's going to be actually going on in there, though.
Everything,
it's all pods.
Everything about this story makes me wonder what's going on in there. You can't. Yeah. You have to be within 2 meters of someone and actually inhale a fucking. It's not airborne. This virus. It is not an airborne virus. It cannot be contracted through the skin. You have to inhale the fucking fluid from someone. Someone has to basically sneeze on you to get this fucking thing. It is so not scary in any fucking way, and it's not a flu, and you add up the numbers around the world. I've got them here, the numbers all around the world, even with the total death count, which is 361 now, it is still not a fucking story. I don't understand what you guys are falling for. I don't understand why all this misinformation is getting caught and spread around, and why this is a worldwide health crisis. It's not even a fucking China-wide health crisis. It's not a health crisis of any kind. What the fuck is the story here? Why are we... But the fact that you could build a hospital in 10 days, where in this country it's 10 years to get approved, and then another 10 years to start, and then 10 years to build, Jesus Christ, they've been working on hospitals since I'm born that they're not even done yet. And that these guys could throw one up in 10 days. It's probably made out of lead and fucking factory workers. But
oh, yeah. It's from the bones of people who died to make it. Absolutely. But the thing is this one holds